What's up, agents? Zero here, and welcome to Minecraft Pocket Edition 0.17.0. Or Minecraft Pocket Edition 1.0, depending on who you are. It's currently up to debate right now. I guess we're going to have to wait until the developers make a final decision. But anyway, welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be showcasing for you guys some of the features of which are in the brand new update, or at least the beta so far. Now, as you can tell, I've got a whole bunch of stuff set up. Now, unfortunately, this is not everything. I felt like I kind of overdid it, so I kind of stopped where I am, but this is a majority of what's going to be going into it. So yeah, so let's go ahead and get started. So the first thing we're going to see over here is we got ourselves a crafting recipe, and this is 4 endstone bricks, and it's crafted simply by combining 4 endstone just like this, and this is the texture of it. I'm going to be using this for pretty much the entire showcase. But yeah, that's what you get out of it. Now, the next thing we're going to take a look at is the chorus plant and the chorus fruit. Now, this is actually a new kind of plant in Pocket Edition, and I have myself a chorus flower, and this is what you actually plant in order to grow it, and you can't place it down on anything other than regular endstone, and this is going to grow on its own. So we'll take a look at it at the end of the video, and these things will naturally spawn in the nether, growing, sorry, not nether, the end. I said the wrong thing, I apologize. So these will naturally generate in the end, and they're going to grow, and they grow rather slowly in the overworld. I doubt they grow in the nether. I'll have to figure that out sometime. But they grow extremely fast in the end, and yeah, like I said, they're going to grow really slowly in the overworld. So we're going to be coming back to this thing at the end of the video, see how far it has grown. But yeah, so then over here we have all the different parts of which you get out of the actual chorus plant itself. And this is the chorus flower, like I showed you. Now, this is the chorus plant. This is effectively the stalk of the plant. And this is actually not obtainable in survival, but if you break the bottom one of these while you're in the end, or if you're growing in the overworld, it will break the entire plant and drop the chorus flowers. And this right here, which is known as the chorus fruit. Now, these will actually drop from the chorus plant itself. These are the actual crop from the plant, and you can actually do a couple of things with them. I do believe you can eat these things, and you can also put these into a furnace, and you will get popped chorus fruit. And one of these two you can eat. I don't remember if both of these can eat or not. But what happens when you eat them is that it will not do anything to your hunger bar, but instead it will teleport you to someplace random. Now, as far as I know, it doesn't teleport you very far from where you are when you eat it. I could be completely wrong. And, oh, there we go. This thing just grew up 1 block. Now, if we were to go ahead and break this, this will break. And if there were any more, it's going to break every single one after that. But we're going to come back to it. So, yeah, what you can do with these pop chorus fruit is that you can actually put them in the crafting station like this, or in your basic crafting window in your inventory, and you will get per blocks. And you can actually use per blocks to make all these different kinds of blocks. We got the regular blocks, we got our stairs and our slabs, and you can also use them to create the per pillars, which these are crafted by taking 2 per slabs and crafting them just like this. Now, the next item of which we're going to be focusing on is the Ender Pearl. Now, you can actually get Ender Pearls from killing Enderman. This is something we've been wanting to have in the game for the longest time, and now we finally got them. So in here we have ourselves Ender Pearls, and they only stack in 16. And what these do is they will teleport you in the direction you throw them. Just like this. Now, you want to be careful when you use these things in survival, because these will actually deal 1 heart of damage. So you do have to be very careful of that. So it's just simple. And yeah, this is an endermite. I'm going to go over the endermite in a minute, but they have a chance to spawn from using the ender pearl. I'll discuss these things later, like I said, but yeah, so that's basically what the ender pearl is. Now, that's not all you can do with the ender pearl. You can actually combine an ender pearl with blaze powder and get yourself an eye of ender. Now, the eye of ender has two purposes. You can either use it in crafting recipes, which we're going to be discussing a bit later, or you can use these in a survival world. What these will do is that there are actually going to be dungeons that will spawn randomly in a normal generated terrain. Now, this is not going to do much of anything, but when you throw these up into the air, they're going to lead you in the direction of the nearest dungeon, and they're actually not going to... They're actually just going to fly up in the air and go a little bit of a distance, and they're not going to go into the ground. They're actually going to go above the area of where the dungeon is going to be located. So as soon as it stops moving forward, you can either throw it again to see if it goes further anymore, or if it doesn't go further at all, then down directly below you is the actual end portal itself. Now, I was going to show you guys the actual end portal itself and possibly go into the end. However, I discovered that there's actually a bug where if you actually create the end portal, it actually breaks the game. Now, it might possibly be because I'm in a flat world. I honestly don't know. But yeah, it's kind of broken right now. So the next thing we're actually going to be looking at is the end rod. Now, as you guys can tell, I don't exactly have any of these recipes in any specific order, but this is the end rod, and basically you craft it using a chorus fruit and an blaze rod, or you can actually get them naturally generated in the end cities, which I'm going to be showcasing for you guys here in the next couple of videos, so you guys don't have to worry about that. Now, these are actually interesting blocks, because if we come in here, we've got ourselves an end rod right here. Now, you can actually use more than one of these in a row and you make a longer end rod. But basically, what these are is a source of light. So as you guys can see, we're inside a completely enclosed area, and this is actually giving us a source of light. Now, they can, in fact, be placed vertically. I just kind of placed this down random for the showcase. So that's the end rod. Now, next up on the list, we have ourselves the dragon head. Now, these are supposed to spawn somewhere in the end cities. I'm not 100% sure where in the end cities these spawn, but you do not get them by killing the ender dragon. These are naturally generated in certain blocks in the end cities. I'll have that figured out later on as time goes by, but this is the actual ender dragon head itself, and as you can tell, it's pretty huge. And the reason why I have a lever next to it is because if you have it placed down on a block and you give it redstone power, you're kidding me. Are you seriously kidding me? They're actually supposed to give you they're actually supposed to start moving. So let me go ahead and break this. If I go ahead and do this now, there we go, that's much better. So as you can tell, the mouth of the dragon head actually starts moving, and as you can tell, there's a little bit of a bug with the dragon head in that it doesn't actually have a texture in the inventory. So yeah, that's a bit of a bummer. So yeah, that's the ender dragon head. Now, up next we have ourselves the ender chest. Now, this is actually one of the more interesting blocks in the entire game. Now, this is the crafting recipe itself. You just surround an eye of ender with 8 obsidian. You get yourself an ender chest. Now, here's what's interesting about these. Ender chests always share the inventories of other ender chests in the world. So as you can tell, if I go into this ender chest, it's empty. Go into this ender chest, it's empty. But if I go ahead and pull out this stuff right here, diamonds and emeralds, let me go ahead and put the diamonds inside of this ender chest. And so if we go into this ender chest, the diamonds are in there as well. Let's go ahead and place the emeralds in there. If we come over here, the emeralds have been added to that. Now, what's very interesting about this is that people are not able to steal from your ender chest. So if you have an ender chest placed in your world, every single person will be able to access the ender chest. However, only you are going to be able to access your items. If another person puts something into the ender chest, you do not have access to that item. So yeah, so the next block we're actually going to be focusing on is the ender crystals, or as the inventory calls it, regular, just end crystals. And this is how you create them. And I actually have a setup back here along with our little endermite friend, which I thought would die at this point. Apparently not. But basically, we're going to go ahead and take out our end crystals, and we're going to be placing them down on top of bedrock. And you cannot actually place this on top of any other block. See, I'm trying to place it down on this grass block, and nothing happens. You can also place it down on obsidian. Now, something to note about the end crystals is that when you place it down, if you actually go and attack it, yeah, it explodes. And that's the whole reason why I set it up as far away from the showcase as I did. So yeah, and our chest is even gone too. So next up on our list is actually the last item on the list, and that is the new mobs we have. Aside the ender dragon, which is the most obvious of the new mobs, we have the endermite and we have the shulker. Now, you guys noticed earlier with the ender pearl that I actually throw, that created the endermite. The endermite actually have a chance to spawn when you throw an ender pearl, and the shulker is actually a very interesting mob itself as well, and they spawn in the end city. So we have ourselves an enderman spawn egg, a shulker spawn egg, and an endermite spawn egg. Now, let's take a look at the shulker first. So this is what the shulker looks like. It looks like a normal block with its lid closed, but as you can see, there's actually something inside of it. So let's go ahead and jump down inside of here, and this is what it looks like at its level, and you can see there's a little bit of a face in there. So yeah, now there's actually a block in the 1.11 snapshots for PC called the shulker box, and it's effectively a chest that you can put items in, and if you break the shulker box, it will keep its inventory without losing it. Now, I don't know whether or not this is going to be added into 0.17, but it's definitely something that I think we're going to be getting maybe in 0.18 if it doesn't come in 17. So, as I mentioned before, we have the endermite, which is actually one of the newer mobs, and you guys saw it earlier, so let me go ahead and spawn one of these endermites. Now, something interesting about these endermites is that endermen do not like them. And yes, you can tell they actually attack each other. And I have no idea. Okay, so yeah, they're just effectively attacking each other. And the enderman is effectively always going to win because the enderman actually has a higher health than the endermite. And so the enderman is always going to win. Now, as you can tell, the enderman did take some damage from the endermite. So if you have enough endermites going, eventually the enderman will actually die. And in PC, the way the endermen actually attack endermites is the exact same way that iron golems attack mobs that it doesn't like. However, it seems to me in Pocket Edition, endermen do not actually attack endermites in the same fashion. Let me put down another one of these things. Is the enderman even going to notice it? I don't know, but I'm going to go ahead and put down enderman right here. And obviously they're going off into the distance. And I think that's about it as we're going to go for the actual mobs itself, because they're just teleporting all over the place. So yeah, I'll at least showcase it for you guys, the relationship between the enderman and the endermite. But that's actually going to do it for this video. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed. If you did, make sure to hit that like button. Want more, then make sure to hit that subscribe button for future content. Also, you can follow me on Twitter at AgentCPU0 to stay updated. This has been Zero Studios. Thank you guys for watching. And guys, just to let you know, I do plan on showcasing more of the 0.17 update in the next coming videos, because this is actually not everything, but the stuff that I did not showcase today, I feel like deserves its own video, so you guys can go ahead and be on the lookout for that. With that, I will see you guys later.